Okay. This is a message to all the little versions of me. While I finish my painting. You love art. We just remembered that recently. I don't know where to start, girl. I'm gonna give it to you straight. You're in for a ride. And it's not gonna be easy. In some moments, it's gonna be really, really hard. And you deal with that through escapism, through disassociation. You're such a sensitive and beautiful child. You are just like this ray of sunshine. And unfortunately, not everybody likes the sun. It's too bright for some people. And you don't understand that until around my age. Your parents, they don't understand you. That doesn't mean they don't love you. They love you so much. Just not in the way that you had wished they would love you. They don't know how to express it because nobody taught them how to love. And that one hurts. I know it does. But it doesn't mean they don't love you. They really do. They really do. And I know you really want to impress your dad. Things get weird along the way with that man. Just a heads up. You've got a wound there that never gets filled from him. And you're striving to impress him at all times. And you don't need to do that. I say this in the most direct way that I can. I was going to say the most gentle, but we know that doesn't exist. He doesn't care what you do. He loves you, but he doesn't care what you do. So please, do whatever you want. Do what you want to do. Don't do what you think will make people like you. Don't do things to fit in. You don't fit in. You never have, and you've always known that. You've always known that. You've always looked around and gone, what in the name of fuck is happening on this planet? You don't fit in, and you're not supposed to. People don't understand you, but eventually you will find people who understand you. You had a hard time in your teen years and you didn't know how to tell anybody about that. You didn't tell your friends. You definitely didn't tell your parents. You didn't have anybody to talk to about what was happening in your life. And I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry nobody taught you how to be open and that it's safe to express all the ways that you feel, especially when you're hurt, especially when you're angry. I know you were so angry and you just wished that somebody would listen to you, that somebody would take you seriously, but you didn't know how to tell them what you needed. And that's not your fault. And I'm not mad at you. Look at your cat over there. Her name is Tequila, and she is Kissy, reincarnated. I got distracted. Your mind goes a million miles an hour, and that's okay. Nobody taught you about your mind. Remember the boys in school with ADHD? You're like them. You're like them. Not worse, just different. Not better, not worse, just different. Your mind works differently. And sometimes you really struggle to pay attention to things. And you got in trouble for that. But I'm telling you, it's okay to be different. Not everybody has the patience or the speed at times to keep up with your mind. And that's okay. You're gonna meet a girl one day. You're gonna go to a festival and forget to bring a hair bubble. And you're gonna turn to the girl next to you and ask her, can you borrow one of hers? And she is your best friend. And she can keep up with you. And ye talk to each other, at each other a million miles an hour, and you've never felt so seen in your life. And you tell each other everything, and it's so beautiful. In your early 20s, actually you're still a teenager, you're about 19, 18, 19, you start taking loads of drugs because you realize pretty quickly that it completely numbs you and it makes you feel like you fit in for a small time period. You smoke weed every day, you love it so much, you say, I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop smoking weed. I'm gonna smoke weed every day. It's not true, but there is more to that story. But you used it to escape, and yeah, it was another way of just avoiding the world, avoiding how sensitive you were, avoiding everything that was happening inside of you, avoiding thinking about your life and your childhood. Then you meet this group of friends and you think, these are the best people I've ever met. We're going to be best friends forever. And unfortunately, they're just not your type of people. Again, they don't understand you. And the drugs make it seem like you're the best of friends, but after a couple of years you realize without the drugs, we have nothing in common. And then you realize, I don't even like most of these people. Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's okay to not like people. It's okay to say no to people. It's okay to have strong boundaries like this dragon. And yeah. Oh, girl, I love you so much. I wouldn't be sitting here without you. I just quit my job. And I've spent the day painting. And I've never been happier. I feel like I'm enjoying my life for the first time. We had fun when we were small. But after maybe the age 6, life got very serious. And you're 28 now. This version of me is 28. And you're finally really enjoying life. Look at that! And what other advice? You're gonna meet a man. You're gonna meet a boy. You're gonna meet a boy, and he's going to trigger all of your abandonment issues, all your feelings of worthlessness, all your not good enoughness, and you're gonna know deep down he's not the one for me, but you're gonna spend 2 years convincing yourself maybe he is. Maybe we're not that different. Maybe I will send my kids to boarding school like he wants. Maybe I will forget all my dreams, all my desires, and do what this man wants me to do. And thank goodness you saw the light of day, honey. You saw the light of day. You didn't know any better, and it's the way life works. We attract the patterns that are given to us, that we chose to incarnate into, and we'll keep attracting it until we heal it. And healing it involves feeling it in your body, taking responsibility, and forgiving yourself, forgiving the other. And you get really good at that. You know how you wanted to be a witch when you were a kid? Well, you kind of are. You kind of are. You cast magical spells, and you give people medicine that helps them. Not even medicine, you give them potions that help them remember who they are. And you didn't think this was possible a couple of years ago, but it is. You're becoming the woman that you wish you had. You're becoming the wise, loving mother. You are becoming the beautiful, wise grandmother. You're becoming the witch, the fairy godmother, all of the above. It's inside of you, and I know it's hard to wait, and I know life is confusing, and I just want you to know I've always been here, and I will always be here. And I love you so much. I love you so much. I can't believe how talented, as in, that is just stunning. Anyway, you broke up with the boy. You got your shit together. Well, it all fell apart. It all fell apart. Everything you thought you knew about yourself fell apart. And you pieced yourself back together better than ever before. You went on a 2-year healing journey. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. You went through a period of solitude for about 2 years. And you ended up living alone. And you ended up working with shamans and learning how to traverse the other realms. And you're just now remembering that's what you came here to do. It's what you came here to do. You are a medicine woman. You know that. You've always known that. And now, after that, when you were alone, you learned what it was like to be alone. And you fully accepted, if I'm alone for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that because I have myself. And through that, that also meant accepting that you might never have kids. And through that, you met the love of your life. And he triggers all of the wounds, but you work through them together. And that's the important part. It's one of the most important lessons you've gotten so far in life, is that we can't do it alone. We're in it together. We're all working together. You, all of them, everyone. It's you. It's you, girl. And you love yourself. And you want the best for yourself. And that is why you're going into this work. I know part of you believes your story isn't important. I know you're questioning, who would even watch this? Who would even watch this? There's people that need to hear what you've gone through, the full extent of it, in order to feel like they too fit in, like they too can be understood. I know what it is to feel completely alone in the world and completely misunderstood, and like all the people who were supposed to care and supposed to love me didn't. I know what that feels like. I also know underneath all of that story, I'm so unconditionally loved. But in my human experience, I've been so alone. I've been so mistrustful of people. I didn't know how to connect to them. I don't know how to relate to them sometimes because I assume they're going to misunderstand me. I'm assuming they're not going to understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel like I'm speaking a different language and it goes over people's heads. And sometimes I am speaking a different language and not everybody is going to understand. but I'm speaking to the people who understand, and that's what matters. That's what matters. Everyone's story is so important. There's so many lessons in your story for somebody else. Yeah. I think I'm done. Maybe I'm speaking to a much older version now. It all comes from you. It all comes from you. Everybody is a reflection of you, of consciousness, of you. Yesterday we were working with Narcissus, the deity, who saw his own reflection. And your story is intertwined with that. I'm the empath. He was a narcissist. And it's not fair because you secretly wish you could be him. How is he so confident? He doesn't even care what anybody thinks about him. You wish you could be him. Narcissus, and Echo. Echo is sitting in the background, watching him, wishing she could be him, but at the same time thinking badly about him because she's not willing to admit to herself, I wish I could be the main character in my own life. And there's nothing wrong with that. This might resonate with some other people. It might. So you meet the love of your life and you're working on masculine and feminine balancing between you. And knowing that it has to start within, balancing the masculine and feminine. That means admitting to all the stories, admitting to all the victim narratives, taking responsibility, and then realizing we came here to separate and find our way back to each other, back to wholeness. All of us. That's it, I believe. Singing. You fucking love singing. You love making art. You love singing. You love dancing. I don't know who told you to stop or why they told you to stop. Oh, because they thought you were annoying. You're not annoying. You're joyful. You're full of love. Your joy spreads. It's infectious. Dance. Sing. Tell people you love them. Make them laugh. You love making people laugh. You've been serious for long enough. It's okay to want to have fun on this playground that is Earth. Transmission out.